Okay, so today I'll be demonstrating the system for Prefect of Discipline. So we've developed a system for Prefect of Discipline. So first let's sign up and create an account. Faculty 3, faculty 1 to 3. Okay. Oops. Pwede have an account. Then faculty login. And faculty 1 to 3. Faculty 1 to 3. Let's see. Okay. Fine. So let's see kung pasok siya sa database. Alright. So pasok yung account natin dun sa yung ginawa nating account dun sa database. So now let's go to the system. So dito naman sa home or yung homepage ng mismong system, introduction lang siya ng City College of San Fernando, Pampanga, and its mission, vision, core values. Next naman dito sa information. Itong information, naman nito yung minor offenses, major offenses, na naka-table form. So, sa record, dito naman yung record. Dito bumabagsak lahat ng dinadagdag or ini-input dun sa add violator. Then next naman is edit, kung saan pwede mag-editor, kung saan pwedeng i-edit yung violator or yung information nung student. Next is the student list. So I provided a list of students na para magandang tignan. So for example, lahat ng student is naka-input na dito sa system. Then pag mag-a-add tayo ng violator, we don't need to fill out lahat ng input boxes or text boxes. Kasi we only need the student ID. Saan i-fetch na nito lahat ng information ng specific na student. So for example, 0, 12, 20. Let's see, what's that? So Linda Brown, female, section A, 3rd AIS. Okay, so for example, she violated example yung offensing is major forgery. So let's say, so refresh. So nasave agad sa record si Linda Brown. So kapag i-edit naman siya dito, yan. So pwede nating edit yung violation ni Linda Brown. For example, vandalism. Let's see. Yan. Napalitan ng vandalism yung offense ni Linda Brown. So, pagdating dito sa edit, hindi lang naman editor update yung ginagawa natin. Meron ding delete. Pero dito sa edit, we don't delete permanently dito sa edit. Kumbaga, nililipat lang natin sa archive yung data na dinidelete natin. So, for example, sa Linda Brown, lumipat siya sa archive. So, dito naman sa archive, dito na natin di-delete permanently yung data. So, dito sa archive, meron siyang date kung kailan na-delete wala dun sa edit yung data. So, for example, delete natin. Let's check first sa database natin kung nandun ba si Linda dun sa archive natin na database. So, archive, editor. Alright, nandyan siya. So, let's try to delete. Ayan, wala na si Linda. So, this is all the navigations para sa system. So, let's see naman yung mobile form ng mismong system. So, ganito yung itsura ng homepage. This is the information. Let's see the minor offense. Major offense. Let's go back. Alright. So, kung click natin dito, babalik tayo sa homepage. So let's see this. Alright. Next. See the record. See the edit. Edit. Alright. Archive. So, nasa naman. So, ito lang yung sa faculty. Account ng faculty. Or ng POD. So, meron din naman account yung guard. Pero, hindi tulad nung sa faculty totally. So, let's go back para gumawa ng account ng guard. So, let's log out. Dash. And guard sign up. Guard 123. Guard 123. Email.com. Guard 123. Right? Oops. So, let's see kung pumasok ba yung guard sa database. Alright. So, pumasok yung guard dun sa database natin. So, let's try to open yung account mismo nung ginawa natin. So, let's try to security login. Guard 123. Guard 123. Let's see. Okay. So, same lang naman dun sa faculty. Ang pinakaiba lang is konti lang yung navigation for guards or security. Kasi sa security is nag-add lang sila ng mga violators. They don't edit. They don't delete information. They don't need archive. They only need add violator para makapagdagdag ng mga nagva-violate dun sa mga nagva-violate dun sa policies ng school. So, same lang naman. And sa mobile form, same din. sa logout, same din. So, ganun lang nag-work yung system para sa prefect of discipline and also for securities. So okay, let's discuss naman para dun sa database. So first, let's tackle the archive violator kung saan bumabagsak yung mga nadidelete from edit. So let's see. Describe para makita natin yung violator. Okay. So we have ID as the primary key auto increment, data type int, while student up to date is varchar. So dito bumabagsak lahat ng mga dinidelete from edit. So dito pwede permanently delete yung data. So next naman, let's have the faculty account. So dito naman store yung account mismo ng faculty or faculties, or specifically yung POT pala, kasi POT yung dapat humawak ng system since sila yung mahawak ng mga violations. So we have ID, username, email, password. So let's see ano yung mga data types. Describe faculty. So from ID int, primary key, and auto increment, and from user up to password or varchar, not null. And for guard, same naman dito sa faculty account. Dito rin naman bumabagsak yung accounts for securities. So same lang ng column yung sa faculty and guard. So describe na lang natin. Describe guard account. See, same lang. So field is ID, username, email, password, ID, int, primary key, auto increment, and username hanggang password is varchar. So next is let's see violator. So dito naman papasok or mag-store yung mga student na nagkaroon ng violation or nag-violate sa policy ng school. So ID, student ID, first name, last name, gender, section, year, department, contact, guardian name, guardian contact, and address. So let's describe naman para makita natin yung data types nila aside sa attributes. Describe new violator. Alright. So from attributes, ID, student ID, etc. So ID in primary key auto increment, student hanggang date, they are all varchar, not null. And then naman sa student list, select from student list. So dito naman sa student list, nandito lahat ng mga students. So dito i-fetch yung information ng mga student para dun sa new violator. So hindi na kailangan input isa-isa pa yung mga data nila, kasi dun sa system kailangan mo lang input yung mismong student ID ng student para lahat ng data or information ng student is pumasok dun sa input box or text box. So here naman, we have the attribute student ID, first name, last name, gender, section, year, department, contact, guardian name, and so on. So let's describe the student list. So for the data types, we have student ID as varchar but primary key, and first name varchar din. Ang naiba lang is yung contact and guardian contact, since they are numbers and big numbers, therefore big int yung naging data type nila. So kaya naging primary key yung student ID dito, because we cannot duplicate yung student ID from student list compared dun sa new violator, kasi sa new violator pwedeng ma-input yung student ID 2 or 3 times. So hindi natin pwedeng gawing primary key doon sa new violator yung student ID, kaya meron tayong ID na alternate para sa primary key na student ID. So dun sa new violator, i-fetch nyo yung information from student ID para hindi na mag isa-isang input pa yung gumagamit ng system para dun sa mga information ng student. So overall, lahat ng tables are 5 para dun sa kabuuang system. And yun lang. Thank you.